Hey, gang, Casey Eberhart here. I am super thrilled and excited about talking about today's topic. So today we're going to talk about story banks. So hello, if you and I don't know each other, my name is Casey. I live in Los Angeles, California. I'm a business coach, strategist, and consultant. I run a training accountability mastermind program for entrepreneurs that are committed to producing extraordinary results. So happy to help if you want to have a chat about any of that. However, today's video is really about how to use story banks for your organization, your sales, and conversations. So what the heck is a story bank anyways? So here's the deal. We have probably heard several cliches. Number one, facts tell, stories sell, right? We also know that it is more beneficial to your product, good, or service for you to talk about the benefits of that product, good, or service rather than the features. So if we talk about creating stories around results that our customers have received or generated, outcomes of product, goods, or services that focus on the benefits of working with you, the benefits of working with your organization or your company, now what you can do is start to collect those stories from your customers, from your employees, if you're in network marketing, from your fellow folks in your company. And then what you want to be able to do is start to create a list. So it can be as simple as just a notebook, even if you have to, and start creating those stories and be able to put them on a piece of paper, so that when you're creating marketing, when you're coming up with ideas for Facebook Lives, when you're doing messaging, when you're doing videos, when you're talking, your salespeople, your sales organization is talking about your product, good, or service, they can reference back to different stories, right? So if you have 5, 10, 15, maybe 50 different stories that for you mean something, then you can start to relate your story based in your story bank to the other person on the other side of the phone or the other side of the Zoom or the other side of the table, right? So if, for example, you are talking to somebody and they are talking about fly fishing, right? And you're not a fly fisherman or fisherwoman, I don't even know what the right terms are, right? But you have a story in your story bank of somebody you know or that you heard of that derived a benefit that you're talking to that fly fisherman about, then you relate that story. And it doesn't have to always be your own personal story, right? You can talk about things like I just did a worldwide leadership call this morning, and I asked everybody to start creating their own story bank about things like, why did you join the organization that you joined? Why? What was it? What was the emotional response or the benefit that you felt that you were going to drive by joining that organization, right? Number two, we talked about, what do you love? Like, what do you love about what you're doing right now? So that when somebody says, what are you doing right now? You can come back with a story about something that you love. And if you have it written on paper in your story bank, then you just simply go, oh, this person wants to hear about this, right? And then I also write stories down about what my vision is for the future, right? So in one of my organizations, we celebrate birthdays. And so I said this morning that one of my visions is that my organization celebrates 1 million birthdays a year with a greeting card, right? So now when I'm talking to somebody, when I'm talking to a business owner, for example, and I share that story, they go, oh, well, how do I play? How do I be a part of that? Now I can engage them in a conversation about what we do to help them celebrate their customer's birthday, because we know, because of another story that I create for myself, a personal story, I built $1 million business purely from a marketing perspective by celebrating people's birthdays. So if I'm talking to a business owner, I share my story of how I created $1 million business celebrating birthdays. I share my vision of celebrating 1 million birthdays, and they say, oh, how do I do that? I want to be a part of that. Now I can engage in a deeper conversation and show them the tool or the system that I use to execute that, right? So here's the thing. For you, what you can do is take a piece of paper out and start writing down your story bank, right? Why did you choose what you're doing? What's your favorite product in your product line? What's the benefit of other people that you've had as customers that could share that? What's the benefit that somebody can drive from that? And then start to look and say, hey, are there other stories? Are there other people that might have had a result? So if I work with real estate folks, but I'm not in real estate, I can tag somebody else's story into my story bank so that I can share that story when the time comes for that conversation. So let's just review. Oh, and then, by the way, taking this a step further, what you want to be able to do is incorporate this into your daily method of sales operation for whatever your company is. If you're a dog walker or a massage therapist or a network marketer, you want to create those daily method of operations. And I'll probably do another couple of videos on this because it's so powerful and impactful to help you generate a bigger business. But facts tell, stories sell. And so often when I get sold something or people are talking to me, they're trying to sell features. Sell me the benefits. And they're talking about stories that have no relevancy to me. Don't get caught in that trap. Don't overthink this. Create a collection of 50, well, start with one, right? But start with a few stories and you can add on to it. Like I said, this is one of my story banks. I just take notes on different people's story, and now I know how I can relate to them. This morning on our call, I heard that there was somebody that was able to using a product that I am an ambassador for. He was able to help turn around a country club's business, right? I'm like, that's a great story. You can use what we're using to help turn around a country club. I just write that down, right? So now when I'm talking to business owners that work in a higher echelon, whether they maybe they sell yachts, maybe they sell country club memberships, maybe they sell golf tournaments, whatever. Now I can relate to that and go, hey, my buddy over here did this. Here were the results he got. Don't you want to drive that same benefit to your business? And that's how we start to use story banks. It's like a deposit into your story bank, and then you just simply pick and choose whichever you use in your daily method of operation and be intentional and on purpose. So if you like this, I hope you do. Love to have you like, comment, share, subscribe. You know the drill. Love comments. If you leave me a comment, I promise I'm gonna hit you back with a reply. So, oh, by the way, if follow-up is not your gig, you've got challenges in follow-up. We have all heard of fortune is in the follow-up as a business cliche that's absolutely accurate. I created a 20 ways to improve your follow-up checklist and a workbook / guide that makes it super easy to just improve your follow-up. Really, really easy. And if you're interested in that, you can go to cashflowwithcasey.com and grab a copy. Just tell me where to email it. I'm happy to email it. There's no charge or anything. It's my gift to you. Cashflowwithcasey.com. So until next time, guys, have an amazing day. Now go give somebody else an awesome day by sharing a story from your story bank. Ciao for now.